morning to all my dear students. Once again we are here to resume our classes on recruitment. Like in the previous video, you might have seen internal sources of recruitment. Today we are going to discuss more about the external sources. Like we have discussed yesterday, there are two sources of recruitment, which is internal recruitment and external recruitment. So let us dig deep into what external recruitment is all about. So the point number one is external recruitment, it far outnumbers the internal recruitment. In meaning and essence, the candidates are recruited more via the external sources than the internal sources. We can take the example of advertisements. The advertisements in medias in various forms attract more candidates to apply for the job. We get college placements, campus recruitments, we have walk-ins, and there are contractors who also hire people on behalf of the companies. So these are some ways, these are some avenues by which the company recruit the employees via the external sources. So let's come into point. What are the sources of external recruitment? Number one we have is your professional or trade associations. So by this we mean many associations provide placement services. Like we have already experienced by now, or we have at least come to hear about consultancy services, where you get there are specialized organizations who tend to cater to manpower requirements of various organizations. Let's say I'm an organizer. Let's say I'm an organization A, and I have a requirement for position of a manager. What a consultancy does is, a consultancy on behalf of the organization, they hire the employee. Yeah. So what is the advantage for my organization is my recruitment cost is reduced. Yeah. So they are the ones who are going to conduct the interviews and or requirements, be it any sort, be it group discussion, be it a face-to-face interview, a written interview. So they are the ones who are going to initially screen the candidates, and then the candidates that are selected can be hired by them on behalf of the company. That is the meaning of professional or trade association. So these services, their services may consist of compiling for job seekers and providing access to members during regional or national conventions. So they can do either of those things. Yeah. So data is the the data that they provide is going to help my organization or the people that they are going to screen and send for the interview is going to help my organization. So that is how consultancies or professional trade associations serve as an external source of recruitment for the organization. Number two we have is advertisements. This is the most common form of external source, advertisements. Let's see what it is. This constitutes popular methods of seeking recruits, as many recruiters prefer advertisements because of their wide reach. So advertisements, they have a wide reach. So it be it on web, be it on Naukri.com, we have job portals like Monster.com. So the ads on these portals, or let's say on a regional newspaper, these ads provide a wide range of wide reach. So it helps to cover as many people as possible. So one of the important points that we discussed about the meaning of recruitment is creating a large pool of employees. So that we can have so that the larger the number of the larger the number of candidates who apply for the job, the better it is for the organization, because it gives us the option to select the best candidate out of the pool of candidates. So that is our advertisement. Number 3, we have employment exchanges. So employment exchanges are set up all over the country in difference to provision of Employment Exchange Act 1959. So it is these employment exchanges are established by a statutory law. We can say these are the government bodies wherein people who want to, it's kind of, let's say it's kind of an offline portal. So on an online portal, let's say when we are talking about online job portal, we are talking about the big players like Naukri.com or Monster.com. What we do is, what a job seeker generally does is, he or she uploads his CV. Much before this online, what should I say, job portals were established, we already had employment exchanges established by the government, so that people who are looking for the job, and if there is a vacancy in a government organization, these people can get can get the job according to their skill sets, according to the degrees that they hold, according to their the skills that they hold. The employment exchanges also serves as a way of recruitment for an organization. So this is an external source that is going to help an organization to recruit or select people. The fourth one, we come to campus recruitment. Like we've all heard and discussed about, more so in terms of professional courses. Yeah, professional courses like BTTM, like hospitality management, BBA. I'm taking example of our own college. These are some campus recruitments. Yeah, they can be companies that come in and want to interview our students and directly employ them on the basis of your performance. So campus recruitment is about recruiting students from colleges, universities, or any other sports fields. So this campus recruitments, it helps the organization because they know they are looking for an employee with the required required skill set, with the degree, and if they are looking for someone with a BBA background, so they can always come to the college or university and interview the students here, and after they get their degrees, they can directly work into the organizations. The next one we have is walk-ins. So walk-ins are the majority of the interviews that we see these days are walk-ins. More so with the bloom of the IT industry and the BPO sector that have been providing employment to our people in India. So walk-ins have become one of the more easier way of recruiting people. So there would be an ad about a walk-in interview wherein the qualifications, what are the skills gets required to do the job, experience are already mentioned in the job interview, and people can come in and walk directly into the venue where the interview is being conducted, and appear for the interview, and if you do well, you can get selected. This is walk-ins. Then we have contractors. So contractors are used to recruit casual workers. So contractors are a third-party organization who hires an employee on the basis of the parent organization who is going to recruit an employee. So in the case of contractors, what happens is the people who are recruited by contractors will stay in the payroll of the contractor. So let's say company A is recruiting an employee, but company A has outsourced the job of recruitment to a contractor company, which is company B. So the company B, once it recruits on behalf of company A, the employee who is going to get selected for the job would be would be directly into the payroll of company B. That means your parent organization is the contractor company, not the company who is actually hiring the employee. So all your salaries, your benefits would be directly credited to your account by company B and not company A. So you are so the employee is actually the employee of company A working, or company B working on behalf of company A. So this is how contractors they're working. Next one we have is radio and television. This is one of the oldest and one of the most effective source of recruitment. Yeah, most of the people, most of us, radio, let's say, has become obsolete, but still the radio is used. Let's go into television, where people watch most people watch television than radios. So this radio and television are also one way of recruiting employees. So the last one we have is e-recruiting. So e-recruiting is, let's say, to put in a simple context, let's say I am located in Kalimpong, so I have applied for a job in Bangalore. Yeah, it's lockdown now. I cannot go physically to Bangalore and appear for the interview. So what happens in this case is there are interviews scheduled online. It could be through the form of various applications. Could be Zoom application that we are using for our video classes. Could be Skype interviews. So e-recruiting is it involves screening candidates electronically. Yeah, so it means via the web. It could be audio conferencing. It could be video conferencing. So, but in essence, when we are talking about external recruitment, e-recruiting is also a source of external recruitment because we are not hiring employees inside the company or who is already in the organization, but we are hiring employees who are outside the organization. They're going to sit in their homes, in their workstation, and then they're going to apply. They're going to appear for the interview, be it audio or video. So e-recruitment is also an important source of external recruitment. Thank you very much. I think we have covered the methods of recruitment, which is both internal and external. So this is the end of the methods of recruitment.